What's up, guys? Today we're exploring Crater Lake National Park in southern Oregon. We'll see the mountains and get the best view of America's deepest lake. Alright guys, we are here at Crater Lake National Park here in Oregon, and we're here in July and there is still some snow on the ground. It's pretty cool. The roads are clear obviously, which is good, and you see me wearing some short sleeves on. It was 97 in Eugene yesterday, so I'm glad to get a break from that. It's in the low 70s. There's snow on the ground to throw around, so that'll be kind of fun. We're here at the Mount Scott trailhead, which is supposed to be one of the best spots to look at Crater Lake in all of its totality. You can see the whole thing around, allegedly. We're not sure if we're going to make it to the top. We're just going to go out there, have fun, see what happens, and try not to die. There's a lot of flies around, so if you come here in the summer, beware of that, and just enjoy yourself. So we're going to see what we're getting ourselves into. Stay tuned. We're making our first steps right out the parking lot, which is right off the side of the road, and it starts off pretty easy. There's a lot of fields, so you can get your legs warmed up before you start climbing altitude. I was pretty nervous about the snow. I had read on All Trails a few days before that there was a bit of snow, and it was looking like it might have been rough, but as I kept going, I noticed that it was just kind of patched off to the side. As you keep moving into the trail, you might notice that snow is not much of a factor. There's just an occasional snow drift that you have to walk over, so that was really relieving to see. And also the trail was pretty much just dust and dirt, which was cool, so I didn't have to worry about getting super muddy shoes, and the views were just getting so pretty the further you kept going. So definitely not worried about the snow anymore, and definitely enjoying this hike. All right, we are halfway up the top of this mountain, and it's a beautiful day out here. There was a little bit of snow for the first half mile, but it seems like we're past that, and we're getting ready to do some switchbacks here. The ground surface is pretty even, and I'm huffing and puffing a little bit, but I think I'm going to make it to the top, hopefully. That's the plan, but the views are spectacular here, and they're only getting better each step. Yeah, I was right about here where I started to realize that, this is looking a little sketchy for my liking. It's getting a little bit too narrow for me. Each switchback, that path just got a little bit shorter, but the views just kept getting better. So I decided to keep going. It was going to be worth it. You could see Mount Shasta, which is all the way in California, from some of these vantage points. And now we could start to see that final ridgeline as we're getting towards the top. My wife was getting a little nervous, but I decided that I shouldn't look so nervous, even though I was, and we made it to the top. You could see the old fire rescue station, and now it was setting in that we were there. Alright guys, we made it to the top. It took me 3 takes with my microphone, but I think we're finally good. And it's such a beautiful stay up here. So beautiful. Great walk to get up here, not too narrow at the top. There's a old fire rescue station. There's so many flies up here though. There's an old fire rescue station up here that's still just sitting there, just in case they ever need it, I guess. And such a great time to be up here. We picked a clear day, not a windy day. Really the only thing annoying up here are the flies, but just amazing view. Definitely come up here and worth the hike. We are making it our way down, and I'm getting tired. There's like a little bit of snow here, and I'm getting kind of hot. Oh, that feels pretty good. I'll put some on my shirt. Whew. Oh, that's cold. Anyways, perfect day for this, man. I'm glad there's a little bit of snow on the trail hanging out because I'm getting hot. Woo. We did it. We're just walking around the snowbanks now, enjoying it, And man, super day, amazing weather. Couldn't have had a better time to do it. How often can you say that you can walk in the snow in July? Whew, it's like Christmas in July out here. Next, we decided to drive the Rim Road, which goes all the way around the lake, and there's a lot of different vantage points where you can learn more about the history of the lake, the people who've lived there, as well as their stories. So this one here taught you about the ancient stories of the native people here and what they believed this lake was for them and for their culture. And you could just really see at all these different spots how pristine this lake is. It is just breathtaking. So beautiful, so blue. If you look to the sides, you can see how clean that water is. As you can see different colors, you've got a little bit of green there, and you can just see how deep this thing gets. It is just spectacular. If you keep driving down Rim Road, you can make it to the Rim Village Cafe and Gift Shop, and you can get all sorts of Crater Lake specific merchandise. I always like to buy a magnet most places I go because my fridge looks decorated and it's pretty cool. Anyways, they also have a cafe here. I was planning on getting some food there, but I like to keep it positive on this channel usually, but that food looked like it sucked so bad, I decided not to eat it. I actually drove all the way back home to Eugene, which was quite the drive without eating, and decided to eat when I got home. From the outside, the gift shop does look pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of an old ski lodge. And also behind it, there are a lot of trails that you can get some quick access to the lake. And there's also mountains near them, which is pretty cool. Seems like everywhere you go on Rim Road, you'll see a lot of different unique vantage points. So you want to take the time to drive all the way around it if you can. I will say though that driving down Rim Road is not for the faint of heart at a few spots, especially near this little gift shop, because right next to the road are some steep drops. So if you don't like heights, you might not want to be on that passenger side. You might want to be near the driver's wheel because it's steep. But the views are definitely rewarding everywhere you go on Rim Road. Another thing that I really liked about this park is it's not very busy compared to some other national parks in America. So if you're coming from another country and you want to see America's pristine wilderness without waiting in a humongous line, Crater Lake's definitely the best place for you to go see it. If you're a West Coaster, I'm sure that you already know how much of a hidden gem this place is. If you made it to this point in the video, thank you so much for watching. I have a lot of Oregon content on this channel, so whether you're from the Beaver State or if you just want to see it for the first time, I hope that you'll check out my Oregon playlist. I have both long and short form content on there. Please like and subscribe. It really helps my small channel get noticed by YouTube's algorithm so that it can grow. Thank you for your time, and I hope that you have a great day.